criminal history of the homeless man accused of setting 9 arson fires in the East County.
Have you seen this notice on your trash can? We're working for you to find out where it came from and if this city's involved.
El Cajon names a new police chief.
On this Giving Tuesday, we want you to try the Giving Machine here in Old Town.
Sheriff's deputies say he stole more than $40,000 worth of fuel from this gas station, and yesterday they caught him. We'll have the details.
First, you take a ship, and then you zip. We take you on a Catalina Island getaway.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
We're learning more tonight about a man accused of setting 9 wildfires last month in the East County. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. CAL FIRE arrested the man Saturday on arson charges, but it is not the first time he's been in jail. As CBS 8's David Godfredson reports, the alleged arsonist is currently on probation for beating a 73-year-old man nearly to death with a skateboard.
CAL FIRE investigators say Alan DeNoyo started 9 wildfires last month in Jamul, Rancho San Diego, Dehesa, La Mesa, and San Diego. The most serious, the Milar fire on November 20th, caused evacuations in Rancho San Diego, but no structures were lost. On Saturday, they arrested the 48-year-old homeless man on 9 felony counts. CAL FIRE is not saying exactly how the wildfires were started.
They go out and investigate fires. They look for the origin of the fire and then the cause of the fire. So we have to rule out every possible cause to make sure that we're providing an accurate and detailed report.
Court records show DeNoyo is a convicted felon currently on probation after pleading guilty to severely beating a 73-year-old man with a skateboard in 2021.
He was standing on the corner screaming at all the cars going by, just ranting.
Phil Rager is the victim of that random beating. It happened near Midway and Sports Arena Boulevard while he was riding a bicycle.
And I put my arm up in self-defense to block a blow to my face, which probably would have been fatal. And it completely filleted my forearm right to the bone. And I was bleeding out.
Rager says there appeared to be no motive for the attack, and the judge promised he would put DeNoyo in prison for 8 years if he violated his probation.
When you see these street people carrying a skateboard, they're not skaters. That's a weapon. That's the weapon of choice of these street people.
That same year, 2021, DeNoyo's mother filed a restraining order against him, forcing him to move out of her apartment in Spring Valley, alleging, quote, he is on drugs and uses meth, he has mental problems, he can be violent. DeNoyo is set to be arraigned in the East County Courthouse on Wednesday afternoon. We'll have a camera there and we'll let you know if any new information comes out in court. David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. A Chula Vista student was arrested for bringing a gun onto campus. It happened yesterday at Castle Park Middle School. Other students reportedly told staff members about the gun. Police say the student did not make any threats. He was later booked into juvenile hall. We do not have any more information about the student because they're juvenile. We have a sad update tonight in the search for Vivian Crowder.
The 71-year-old woman has been found dead. Caltrans workers discovered her body near the Interstate 8 on-ramp in La Mesa yesterday morning. She was living with dementia and had been missing for more than a month. Right now, La Mesa police are still investigating, and an exact cause of death is not known at this time. All right, have you seen this flyer taped to your trash can? It's a form offering street number curb painting, and some of our viewers tell us it looks a lot like a city notice.
Working for you, CBS 8's Alex Lai is live in La Jolla on Muirlands Drive, where the flyers have been spotted. Alex, what are neighbors concerned about?
Well, neighbors say that the big notice at the front is misleading and leads them to believe it's urgent or required. I spoke to residents who got this flyer yesterday.
I read it.
Jerry and Leonard Tessier saw this notice on their trash can yesterday.
It looks like a warning, and it looks, you know, it looks official, and until you kind of read all the extra money you want to send in, and then it gets a little bit hazy.
The flyer says reflective curb addresses will be painted on the street tomorrow and to send a text message to a number to be included. Then there's boxes to check different designs for an additional cost. But it's how you pay for the service that caused neighbors to think twice.
And then I read down at the bottom, and it said, for your convenience, you can leave cash or check. Who would ever leave money under their doormat? I mean, it doesn't sound like it's legit.
We reached out to the city. They confirmed the notices are not from them and that anything from the city or other government entities would have a logo on it. But is painting house numbers on a curb even legal? In the city's municipal code, the occupant of a house may paint or have the curb painted with the house number at their own expense.
And I don't know anyone would do it, but we live in a neighborhood that does have a lot of senior, and people, you know, want their address very clear for emergencies.
I also called and texted the number at the bottom of the flyer.
Hi, this is Alex with CBS 8.
But did not hear back.
We also reached out to SDPD and the district's council member Joe LaCava's office, but didn't hear back either. Working for you in La Jolla, I'm Alex Lai for CBS 8.
Remember, if there's something you'd like us to look into, email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. This week, leaders in Escondido are set to consider a proposed ordinance that could make the city the first in the county to ban short-term vacation rentals within 500 feet of schools. Right now, Escondido does not have any regulations for short-term rentals. The city council opened discussions last year after receiving multiple noise and parking complaints from residents. City data shows there are about 30 short-term rentals in the city within 500 feet of schools. The city council will take up this proposal tomorrow.
Homeless advocates from across the country are in San Diego for a two-day conference focusing on possible solutions. It's being hosted by the Regional Task Force on Homelessness for a third year. They say it's the only event of its kind outside of Washington, D.C. Mayor Todd Gloria kicked off the conference, emphasizing the need for federal support, with others urging the philanthropic community to help bridge any gaps.
Right now, a national city council meeting is underway, and tonight city leaders are considering censuring city council member Jose Rodriguez over claims he repeatedly violated the city's code of conduct. The mayor and some residents allege Rodriguez used city resources and staff to help himself get reelected. They have also accused him of being politically divisive. In a previous vote, Rodriguez said campaign violations should not be addressed by using city resources, and it should be taken up by the state's Fair Political Practices Commission. The San Diego County Registrar of Voters has released its final update of election results.
One of the contests that we've been closely monitoring is the Oceanside mayor's race. Tonight, Esther Sanchez is still in the lead by a little more than 200 votes over challenger Ryan Keim, who tells us he does not plan to call for a recount. Ballots from all precincts countywide have been counted. Now the county has until Thursday to finalize results, and then the California Secretary of State will certify those by December 13th. We have more information on other races on CBS8.com.
The city of El Cajon has a new police chief. The department announced today Captain Jeremiah Larson is being promoted to the role of chief. Larson grew up in El Cajon and graduated from Granite Hills. He joined the department in 2002, working on a number of different assignments, including patrol and investigations. Chief Larson also served as a field training officer, a cadet advisor, and a SWAT member for 18 years. Larson officially takes over in about 2 weeks on December 18th. He will succeed current Chief Mike Moulton, who announced his retirement earlier this year.
The manhunt for a convicted murderer here in California, that's still ahead.
Plus, what we are learning about the arrest of a California man accused of sending weapons to North Korea.
And from neighborhood roots to Newport Avenue, we have a look at this year's OB Crooked Christmas Tree.
And temperatures are near seasonal in some spots and a little above that we're seeing across inland regions. But temperatures are going to really warm up as we go into the second half of this week, all the way into the start of the weekend. I'll let you know why after the break.